Hi guys, it's Amanda here and welcome to the studio. Welcome to another Friday and Inspirational Shorts, where I share with you a particular supply, tool or book that I'm using, that I have used, just to give you a little bit of inspiration to see whether it's something that you would like to use yourself in your creative practice. If you want to see a tutorial for any of the products that I share, then leave a comment. So yeah, let's get on with today. Today we're going to be talking. Hi and welcome to today. I am sharing with you a review of the Nouvel Carre Pastel. I don't have the packaging for this, but I will, and I'm not sure how many you get in the sets that you can get now. The ones that I've seen are coming from China, so I'm not even sure that they're making these anymore. But you may be like me and you brought your pastels years ago and you didn't give them a chance. So I guess this is also to encourage you to not leave your supplies, but play with them, see how you get on with them, and work them, really make them work for you. So the Nouvel Carre, I've got a set of 10 here, and as you can see, the colors, very basic colors, and these are hard pastels. So the harder the pastel, the more pressure that you sometimes have to apply. There are different ways of using the pastel, especially when it comes like this, so you can use it at the tip and get some, can you see that? Yeah, if you use it at the tip, get some fine lines. You can use the whole broad of it and get the broad of it, that's not a word, is it? And get the length of the pastel, or you can get the end of the pastel. So why do I like these? As I said, I brought these years ago and they sat down and I didn't want to use them. I didn't know how to use pastels effectively, and it's been only recently this year that I've been playing with the pastels and seeing how they work, and I've really enjoyed using them. When I did and I'll show some of the images, that you can see that I exclusively use these pastels, and you will see the kind of effect you get. As I said, it's a very simple palette of 10 colours, and so again it depends on what you might be creating and the colour scheme that you're using. Out of the hard pastels, when I compare these to the Conte, whilst I like the pencil grip, the Conte being pencil, pastel pencil, which I've got sitting here, I actually really do quite like the way that these go on, and it's almost like they're semi-soft compared to some of the other hard pastels. Well, if I compare these to the Conte, these are quite soft, but they're hard. They're a hard pastel. Okay, so if as an in-between, I think these are maybe an in-between kind of pastel for me anyway. You've got the hardness that you would expect from a pastel, but when you apply it to the paper, the pastel paper, it does kind of have a softness to it, which I enjoy. And when you blend it, you'd probably, again, I'm using, because I've pressed so hard, there's nowhere else for the pastel to go, but it does see where's my blending stump? I think I've been looking for this blending stump for a while, or is it in here? Sometimes it disguises, yeah, you see it was disguising itself. So I would maybe use a blending stump to help me blend some of the colours together where I couldn't do it before. Now I'm just showing you how well they blend, as opposed to the colours blending. How well the colours are blending, aren't they? And then once they're blended, you can still go over it, and that's sat on the top. See that colour? And let me go in a bit, and I could blend this in even more. With these particular pastels, they have the number on the side. So they have the number, so that if you've finished a pastel, I guess it's use the other end, use the end where the number, the opposite end to where the number is, because if you've been using it and you rub off the number, you might not be able to locate it. And if I had maybe not taken them out of the package but kept the packaging, I might have been able to, it might have the numbers on the box. But I've stored these with my soft pastels, my Roni pastels, just for ease. But yeah, I like the way that these blend. As hard pastels go, I like the way these blend. And obviously there's not as much dust as the softer pastels. There's not as much dust created. So for these I wouldn't necessarily be, so with my you know, dusting them off with them soft pastels, you'll see me do that quite regularly. Okay, so they're the Nouvel Carre. I will leave a link to some of the where I've seen them on Amazon. As I said, I've not seen and these are the Roni, which I reviewed last week. I've not seen kits of them, so where I can, I'll list where I can. You know, check some of your suppliers. Like check you know, Michael's or one of the other art supply stores. I've left some links to, say, Blick. You might be able to find them on Blick. I will see, and if I find them on Blick, as opposed to any other pastels, I'll link these specifically so that you can try them out. And again, it might be that you go for a different type of hard pastel, but then they won't be the Nouvel Carre. So this is what I did to my Roni box, because they were just kind of floating around in two different boxes. So I put them both in here. And what I usually have is I've got a tissue on the bottom and I put one on the top, and I just kind of clean them as and when I need to. But they're a nice pastel to work with. They're not as hard as the ones that I will show you next week, which are the Conte pencils. But yeah, I think it's nice if you're going to work with a limited palette. It's a nice pastel to start with. It's good to, you know, get you going and just really focusing on the pastel. Well, that's just what I found. I found myself focusing more on playing with the pastel and working with that than thinking, oh, this has got to be this colour. So these are nice sets of, I would say, skin tones. The browns and this looks like sienna, burnt umber, I guess this one is, and then you've got the blues as well, blues and greens, a grey and a white. So I hope that's been useful. yeah, I will show you some of the imagery that I've created with these particular pastels, and I will be creating and showing you a finished painting with this sample that I have created here. Okay, so take care for now, and I look forward to seeing you next week.